Hi, welcome back to my channel, you guys. So I came across this article and I could not wait to share it with you. So if you're taking your kids on vacation this year, I want to show you how you can make the most of that vacation. So I have 5 things that I want to share with you that you probably never even thought of, because to be honest with you, I hadn't either. So let's jump right on in. Number one, see where your food comes from. Well recognized in Europe, farm stays and farm vacations are gathering popularity as more farms are offering overnight lodging, meals, and a chance to see where your food actually comes from. Kids can help gather the eggs, feed the chickens, and so much more. The Family Travel Forum Agro-Tourism Vacation Guide is a good resource, and I'll leave a link for that in the description box for you to go and click on there and check that out. At the very least, visit a local farmer's market. You'll likely find them wherever you are, or spend a morning picking seasonal fruit and then head out on a picnic. Number two, head to a ski town. There's as much to do in summer as in winter, and even in Aspen. Hotels are a lot less. Whether you opt for Park City, Utah, Breckinridge, Colorado, or Waterville Valley, New Hampshire, you'll find plenty of hiking, mountain biking, summer festivals, activities for the kids. Think alpine coasters and junior obstacle courses, and yes, a farmer's market, because who doesn't like a good farmer's market, right? Number three, Caribbean flavor. Caribbean islands are popular with families in the summer because rates are so much lower than in the winter, and the beaches and cultural attractions are just as appealing. This summer, we're seeing a refreshed Bermuda where activities range from beach to spelunking, I don't know what the heck that is, y'all, marine exploration, and dolphin encounters to electric cars. Consider Antigua, where Curtin Bluff is both upscale and kid-friendly. In addition, if your kids are pinning to go to Atlantis in the Bahamas, consider staying at the newly renovated Comfort Suites next door, where the breakfast is free, you guys. And you have access to all that Atlantis has to offer. So if you stay in the Comfort Suites next door to the Atlantis, and yes, the Atlantis is absolutely beautiful, but if you stay next door, you still have access to all the activities there as well. So that is absolutely amazing. Number four, sail away on a cruise, especially if you're planning a multi-generational trip. There will be activities for all ages, supervised programming, even for the preschoolers. And let me put a pin right here, because I want you guys to know that my daughter went on her first cruise when she was 6 years old, okay? She's been on a total of 7 cruises, and when I tell you there is so much for your young people to do on a cruise ship, please believe me. And if you go in like towards the end of the year, around the holiday season, if you get a homework packet from their teacher, they will actually get the packet done, so you don't have to do anything but just look it over, of course. But they take care of everything. I mean, they have so much, from the little ones all the way up to the teenagers, to do on cruise ships. So don't rule that out, you guys, because you might be thinking, well, I'm not going to be able to do anything because I'll have them. No, they have their own separate activities. You just pick them up, for their meals and things, and you go and enjoy your time on the ship. You can cruise from a port that's drivable from home, and everyone will know in advance that what everything costs. Let me put a pin right here. So when I think of that, it made me think of, I live in Maryland. I'm outside of Baltimore, but I can take a cruise and leave from Baltimore, so I don't actually have to fly anywhere. I usually prefer to fly to Miami, and I've done Port Canaveral, which is in Orlando, once. Didn't really like that because the port is just so far away from everything, so you have to have a cab to get to the port. Plus, there's nothing to do around there anyway. But I can actually leave out of Baltimore, so depending on where you live, there might be some place that you can cruise out of right where you live, and you don't have to fly anywhere. So apparently there is a Taking the Kids 2019 Family Cruise Guide that can give you the rundown, and I will look that up for you guys and try to link that below, and which cruise lines are best for which ages. In fact, you know what? I'll talk about that next week. I'll make a note to do that. So I will definitely do that, give you the rundown on the best cruise ships for kids of all ages. Number five, city lights. Check into a city hotel on a weekend after the business people are gone, and you can often get a great deal. So leave the car at home and then get around like the locals do, on foot or public transportation. So here's a chance to let the kids lead the way. Whether you're in New York City, a new Statue of Liberty Museum has just opened up there. San Antonio, the Alamo is America's latest UNESCO World Heritage Site and Texas's most visited historic landmark, Denver. Watch the Rockies play right downtown, or Montreal for a taste of Europe, and where most concerts are free at the International Festival de Jazz de Montreal. And it runs this year, June the 22nd through July the 6th. So I'm going to make sure I link some info for that as well in the description box. Make sure y'all go to the description box and check the stuff out. Now, to remember, just remember to be spontaneous. Okay, that's the key. Just be spontaneous, at least a little bit, because I know a lot of times, you know, people just are not really good at being spontaneous. But I want to encourage you guys to do it, especially if you have little ones, because there's so much to see and do out here for them. And there are places, many places that you can go to where you both can have a great time. Let me do a quick recap, and I promise I'll let you be. So number one, I said, see where your food comes from. So you can travel to a farm, as you've heard, and you'll have to do some research, because I'm not sure offhand where these are, but there are still some farms that allow you to spend the night. They provide you with meals, and you get to tour the farms. And even if you can't stay overnight, just go visit a farm, you know, and as the article talked about, where the kids can collect eggs, feed the cows, all of that other good stuff, and just really get a taste of farm life. That's something I've always wanted to do, just kind of know what is it they do all day. I'm pretty sure it's not easy. Number two, head to a ski town. Okay, so there's just as much to do in the summer there as it is to do in the winter. Great places to get away. And we talked about the farmers markets and most of them. Number three, the Caribbean flavor. So you want to take your kids to these Caribbean islands, and they're, especially now, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I've been to Bermuda, absolutely beautiful. And the Horseshoe Bay Beach, I think that's what it's called, Horseshoe Bay Beach. Absolutely gorgeous, you guys. Beautiful pink sand, and it's so soft. When you pick it up, it just runs all through your fingers. Absolutely gorgeous. You got to check that out. But it's just so much to do. Number four, sail away. Get on a cruise. Like I said, I know a lot of people that I've talked to over the years that say, well, they've gone on cruises. And I said, okay, well, have your kids gone? Oh, no, I'm not doing that. And I'm like, well, why not? I'm not paying all that money for them to go. I'm trying to tell you, it is a great experience. Take your children on cruises, okay, because they will love it. And these are memories that are going to stay with them forever. And I'm not saying that going to Disney and some other places aren't either, but taking your kids on a cruise, I don't know what else you could ask for. You've got childcare, they have supervised activities for them, you've got stuff for the teens to do, activities supervised for them as well. If you like gambling, they've got the casino. If you like the nightlife, so to speak, they have, you know, shows after dinner. They have just all kind of stuff going on. Get your kids out there, expose them to different things. So if you have young people, you've never taken them on a cruise, honey, shame on you. Get those babies on a cruise as soon as possible, okay? And number five, we talked about city lights. We talked about going to New York, because who doesn't want? And I've always wanted to see the Statue of Liberty lit up at night. I've been to New York. I have been to New York once, but it was like during the daytime we were out and about. We weren't out and about at night, but I definitely will get back there so that I can see that. And then you have in San Antonio, you have the Alamo, because who doesn't want to go see the Alamo, right? And then in Texas, you have the World Heritage Site, and then Denver, you have the Rockies play right downtown. So it's so many things to do. And like I said, the things that I mentioned, I will link in the description box. I will be sure to do that, because I want you guys to make sure that you are getting this information if you're interested in it. And if that doesn't work for you, pass it on to somebody else, because somebody else could always use it. That's all I have, you guys. I want to say thank you so much for giving just a little bit of your time. And I want to say thank you, especially to my newest subscribers. Thank you to those of you that continue to support me in all that I do. I love you guys to the moon and back. And y'all know the drill. There's nothing you can do about it, so don't even try it. Having said all of that, if you have not already subscribed, maybe you came here by accident. Well, there are no accidents. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to tap that bell so you don't miss anything that I'm doing. Until next time, I look forward to seeing you on the cruise ships of the world, maybe the ski lodges of the world. You just never know. Take care.